Because I don't think with Mr. Jordan that he will win the championship. And then also we want to just try to get the first round going.
Hello, good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Long time. Uh, I was alive. I was alive. No, no. Uh, Here we are. We are listening. Welcome to all. Ano pa? Diyos ko. Long time no see. Long time no see. Ngayon lang ulit. Nabuhay po ako. So, welcome po kayo sa We Are Listening. We're here, the co-host Dan the Lion, and we're here, the translator, Baby Darling. We have here Mira, Dimple, uh, Nick, and guys who would there on the comment section are welcome to come. So please join us here. And before we start, the topic was how to move on. Is how to move on. It's up to you guys kung ano yung pakaintindi nyo doon, move on sa relationship, sa work, sa everything. Kung ano man yung i-move on nyo, sa mga sama ng loob nyo, ganun, or whatsoever. Kayo na po yung mag-ano. So, mag-start na ba? Kinakabahan ako. First time ko mag-host ng We Are Listening, guys. Really.
Kumusta po? Ngayon lang kita nakita ulit. Tagal na, ilang months na. Isang month, 1.5 months, no?
More than guys, 1.5 because I was just alive last November, then I was dead again December, and now again. So that's a miracle from God.
Oh my God, what
Now I'll
happened?
just make you laugh, guys.
Taga Cebu ka ba, ate?
Nope. I'm from Isabela. I'm proud Ilocana.
Okay. Kala ko isa ka
So
rin
we
sa
begin.
Baguio.
Mm-mm. So sino mag-uumpisa? Who would be the first one to answer how to move on? I will not.
My ears. To reason, well, I started to reason.
You have to keep the marriage certificate and the divorce papers. Uh, and I guess I'll go next. See, three subjects that came up. One yesterday, I should say one last night. That one subject popped up when I left your stream. When you said to me, Nick, can you go down and bring somebody up? I said, yeah. I went to somebody's stream. I sat there. Then this all relates as what we're talking about now. Then what Aya said, I know she was joking around, but I went, you know what? I want to answer that. She said something about fooling around. I went, you know what? I want to answer that too. Then I want to answer this question on here. It all relates as relationships for me. I can't move on certain things. It's very hard. I have a hard time on moving on certain things. But with relationships, when I love somebody very much, I have trouble moving on because I've been with them for a long time. Like today, I was at the store because I know I was taking a while because I did it all on purpose because I have anxiety. And today it was one of those days. My chest was like tightening up, and I had anxiety because I have a lot on my mind. I said I gotta straighten this everything up. I have to move on certain things. I gotta change. I gotta change certain things to make things happen. Then I saw my ex. I went, "Yep, here we go. God doesn't like me today." I saw my ex in the store. I went, "Yep, what the heck did I do now, God?" Yes, I
No,
got.
you know what, Nick? You know what, Nick? Sometimes it's better you will see your ex so that it will makes you remind of everything. And then you would say, I need to move on.
Yeah, I saw her. I said, "Hi, how are you?" I kept a nice conversation. I left, but with the phone, with the
Man,
phone.
you're a lot nicer than me. Because if I saw my ass, I'd be like, bitch, get the fuck out of here.
So the question was yesterday, if you were in, if you, I hear myself, if if someone said yesterday, if you were in a relationship, will you do anything behind that back? And I says, no. One, that's not me. I cannot do that. Two, I love the person too much. So if when I'm in a relationship, I have to stay faithful. The same thing what Aya said. I know she was joking, but I would never, ever, ever fool around with anybody behind that back. I will stay straight. I will stay serious. I will always be there for that person that I really love. Even if there's arguments, if we have big disagreements, or if I believe something else and this person does that, I will sit down and think and straighten everything out like an adult does. Because it's not worth losing somebody that you love over something stupid. Because that I think too much and I like to fix things. I know sometimes I do it at a bad time. It will mess everything up. So I have to move on, but I certain things I can't. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I love the person too much now.
Okay, thank you so much, Nick, for your answer.
You're
So
welcome.
we're gonna move on. Who would be the next?
What was the question?
There, down there. How to move on
How to move
in
on?
any aspect? Yeah, how
with
in any
with your
aspect.
legs.
It could be work, it could be relationship, it could be everything. How you move on? What happened?
And sometimes you gotta realize that some doors may shut, but that's only allowing God to open up other doors for you. You know what I'm saying? You might
No, I'm just understand.
you have to
Okay, go on.
you have to have some doors closed in order for other doors that could be better opportunities for you to open for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
got what do you
smallest
mean.
explain. Ay, sorry, Chelsea. Nakamute ka.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Mag-share lang ako ng ng story, ng love story ko. Before I met my first husband, not husband, live-in partner, I was 17 years old. So I'm too young, but my mind is already like old because tawag nito, na ako parang ready na para sa ganun. Tapos nagkaanak kami, dalawa yung naging anak namin. We have two daughter. And then I was 22 years old already. I saw him cheating on me. And then after that, nung nakita ko sa dalawa kong mata talaga na nambababae siya. Marami ng gossip, more gossip, but hindi ako naniniwala. I'm not believe until I was saw in my two eyes. Then after that, nang nakita ko na sa dalawa kong mata, na gumawa na ako ng ng hakbang. Yun, umalis ako tapos sabi ko, uwi mo sa bahay, kunin mo na lang yung mga gamit mo. Then after that, pumunta ako sa sa DSWD. Gumawa kami ng agreement na ayoko na talaga nakipaghiwalay ako sa kanya. Tapos yun, umalis siya. Ayaw niya sa akin makipaghiwalay kasi nga may mga anak kami, ganun. Sabi ko, hindi ko kaya na dalawa. Mamili ka. Hindi siya namimili. Ayaw niya. Ayaw niya mamili. So, ako na lang yung namili. Sabi ko, sige, ako yung mamimili. Hindi, hindi ko kaya na dalawa kami. Sabi ko, maghiwalay na lang tayo. Hindi bali ng kami na lang ng mga anak ko. Sabi ko, kaya ko naman buhayin yung mga anak ko, ganyan. Tapos nagtrabaho ako. How to move on? Nag-move on ako sa malayong lugar. Like Kuya Nick, what he said, hindi kami nagkita almost a year. More than years kami hindi nagkita. Ayoko talaga siyang makita, kaya nag-work ako sa malayo. Yun, after ng work ko sa malayo, nagkaroon na siya ng own niyang family. Yun, nagkatuluyan sila nung naging girl niya. Tapos ako, kami ng mga anak ko, magkasama kaming tatlo. Yun, one time, mga 4 years later or 5 years like that, nagkaroon sila ng communication yung panganay ko at saka yung papa niya. Kasi yung panganay ko talaga makapapa talaga yun. So, have FB. Nagkaroon sila ng communication. Yun. Doon lang kami ulit doon ko talaga nasabi na doon na ako kasi wala nang feelings, parang wala lang, parang hindi ko siya kilala, parang the first time we met again, na parang walang nangyari, ganun. Wala nang pain kasi meron nang dumating na bago. Yun na yung husband ko ngayon, na which is we are married already, na tanggap niya ako kung ano ako. Tinanggap niya lahat sa akin. And then, hindi niya ako sinasaktan. wala akong naramdaman na kagaya nung sa una. Yun, thank God kasi siya yung binigay sa akin. Sabi nga nila, ano, may pangalawang may pangalawang Gloria ba yun? Ate Darling. Yun, pangalawang
Pangalawa.
know how to explain it in English. So,
So
yun.
people that don't know Filipino can understand.
Ate Darling will translate it for you.
Yeah, we have here a translator. She will translate it after the after Chelsea will talk.
And then now, malalaki na yung mga anak ko dun sa kanya. I have 18 years old and 15 years old with him. And daughter, ano na siya, okay naman. Nakakadalaw-dalaw na siya dito kasi dati talaga hindi ko siya pinapupunta. 10 meters away. Pwede niyang makita yung mga anak niya pero 10 meters away. Yung hindi ko siya makikita. Kasi I don't want to see him. I cry too much, you know. I don't want to see him because not my pain. My pain is not for me. My pain is for my two daughter. Yun. Ngayon, okay na kasi okay na sila ng mga anak ko. At least kahit papano, nag-uusap sila, may communication sila. And ngayon, nagsusupport na siya. That before, no support at all for them. Ako lang talaga. Lumaki sila ng ganyan, ako lang. Ngayong 2021 and yan, ngayon lang sila ulit nag-start. Nagkakaroon na sila ng bonding kasi may isip na yung mga anak ko eh. Pag nag-chat sila, maglalabas, ganun, papaalam sa akin, punta kami kay Papa, Ma. Okay lang, wala na sa akin. Yun. Parang wala lang, friend na lang kami. Yun. Ate Darling, translate it for them. Thank you. Yan.
Yeah, please mute yourself for a while. Okay, so for everyone who did not understand about what Chelsea said like a while ago earlier, so she was telling us about her own experience. How did she move on from what happened to them with her ex-husband, who's been cheating to her, and she caught her. She caught that guy. I mean, she caught him, right? So from cheating, and then what happened, like she was explaining about having the second glory, or they said, many people said here in the Philippines, if you've been a loser on your first, or you've been a failure on your first relationship, you can have, or you can find the second happiness. So it's not always, we're not always be happy with our first, maybe, or in everything, but there's always, just like what you said a while ago, Kenny, when there's a door shut for you, some the doors will open for you. Okay, so that's the opportunity. There's another opportunity will come after the other door has been closed. And now, before, she said, like, when the father of her children wanted to meet them, like the children, so she's not allowing the father to see her. So she will just let the father to see the children 10 meters away from her. So that means, so that she cannot see that guy anymore. So she will move on past. So that's it. So now that her children who were raised by her on her own, now they're okay already. She's letting the children already to go and see and meet their father, and to have bonding with that father. And now she's okay, and she's not only the one who's supporting, because she have somebody already who accepted her for what and who she was. So that's all. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you, Ate Darling.
since we're opening up and being honest about everything, I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna be the first to admit it, that anybody that, like, as far as relationship goes, that is in a relationship with me, I give props to, because, and I'm going to tell you the story, I've been damaged really bad, so it's very hard for me to trust females, because when I was married and we had twins, I have a boy and a girl twins, they're both 19 years old, and one day I came home from work and my daughter was injured. She was a couple months old. So we took her to the hospital and the doctor examined her, and you know, a baby being a couple months old, they have a soft skull. So the doctor examined her and he came back an hour later with two other people and told us that my daughter had a linear skull fracture that could only be caused by a blunt force blow to the head, and they had called Children Protective Services on abuse allegations. And me and my wife fought for years to get the kids back, for 4 years. And in this time, I asked my wife, because she was the only one with the kids, I was like, you didn't do nothing, because she said that her mom's dog had did something to the baby and hurt the baby. And so me being the husband that I was, I wanted to support my wife and stick up for her. So after 4 years of investigating, the judge had determined that I was found innocent of any abuse allegations because at the time the incident happened, I had proof that I was at work. But he said because he couldn't determine who the abuser was, whether it be my wife or the dog, like my wife claimed, he had to terminate both parental rights and put the babies up for adoption. So right away, I asked him, I was like, well, if you're not taking my rights away, you found me not guilty, why are you taking my rights away? And he claimed that in the state of Illinois, the great state of Illinois, that when you're married, you're considered one, and he can't take my rights away. He can't take her rights away and let me keep mine because we're married. So I ended up losing my children, not being able to see them. I'm starting to talk to them now that they're 19 years old and they're adults. But their whole life, from when they were 3 months old until they were 19, I was not able to have any sort of relationship with my children. And then to find out that after 2 years after they were adopted out, my wife had come to me and she was crying and said that she lied to me, that she didn't want me to leave her, and that she hurt our daughter. And, you know, and that's when I divorced her, and that's when I put up this shield against trusting women. And because, you know, me growing up as a kid, I was in abusive home. My father used to beat me all the time, tell me that I was worthless, I'd be better off dead, I was never wanted. So the one thing I wanted to do was to become a father to prove that I could be a better father than my father was. And I felt that I had that robbed from me and taken away from me because of somebody else, what somebody else did. And so I held a resentment for so many years against females. Like, I will tell you right now, I give fucking huge props to Shanita for being with me and going through this shit with me, because I'll be the first to admit I'm not the fucking easiest person to get along with. And it's because of my past, and it's because I've been so scarred that it's hard for me I built up these walls over the years. Like, I went 20 years without being in a relationship with anyone, with any female. 20 years. That's how long I had the resentment for. And so the way I moved on from that, from holding the resentment against my wife, I was talking to someone at a church I was going to, and he had basically told me, he was like, what's the sense in holding a grudge against somebody and keeping the hatred towards somebody? Because all that stops doing is it stops you from living. Because the person you're holding a grudge with on, they're going on with their life. And they bypass everything. But you're stuck in that one place by holding on to the grudge. So they was like, you need to learn just pray about it and give it up to God and let Him work the forgiveness inside you. So I'm starting to learn that. I'm starting to try to lower my defenses. Because the one thing about me is when I get mad and I need to. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to explain this because when I get mad or I get angry or I feel things are going wrong, I need to remove myself from the situation because I know that when I get mad, I'll say things and do things that I won't mean. So I need to exit myself from the situation, calm myself down, and then later go back and be able to discuss it. I can't be one of those people that in the heat of the moment, hatch it out because it's not going to turn out right. And that's basically all I got.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah, thank you for your story. Thank you, guys. Oh, sino daw nakaka-relate doon? Thank you, guys. Thank you. And thank you also, Chelsea, for sharing us. Who would be the next? Next hot
I
seat.
think I think Nick want to share already.
No, she's sure. But maybe he want to talk about.
Yes, I want to talk. Yes, I'm free. There's no mute thing.
Di ko alam kung relate. Oh, translator. Mira said he doesn't know if he could relate because he doesn't understand what Kenny said.
Yes, I do.
So, translator.
Yes, I do. I translate on certain. Not translate. I relate
No,
on certain. I relate. Uh, I
Okay,
relate.
I will just translate it in Tagalog because Mira didn't understand. Okay, so bebe, yung kanina, yung sinabi ni Kenny, matagal siyang nagkaroon ng bagong karelasyon dahil sa nangyari sa kanya. Is it 20 years, am I right? If I'm not mistaken, 20 years before nagkaroon siya ng panibagong relationship na with Chinita, 'di ba? Kasi nga yung naging asawa niya before nag-divorce sila tapos kinasuhan siya sa kasalanang hindi naman niya ginawa, yung pananakit yung sa anak nila. Tapos pero at the end naman, ang nangyari naman, na-release naman yung ano ng kaso. So na-find na ano siya, napatunayan na hindi naman siya guilty, wala siyang kinalaman sa nangyari na yon. Tapos yung asawa niya, 'di ba, tinatry na maging maayos sila. Kasi nga ang sabi niya lang, nagkamali siya, hindi niya kaya na wala si Kenny, yung so gano'n. So, kaya lang wala na yung ano, hindi na kayang ibalik yung mga nangyari kasi 'di ba nagkaroon ng lamat sa relasyon nilang dalawa. So hindi na pwedeng mangyari na ibalik pa kung ano man yung mga nasira na. So what done is done. So ganun lang. So sinikap ni Kenny na maging maayos, sinisikap niya na makuha yung mga anak niya kasi tinanggalan siya ng karapatan sa mga anak nila nung time na yon dahil nga dun sa kaso na inano sa kanila na binigay sa kanya. Okay, so yun. Pero yun nga yung anak niya kung kasi medyo mahina yung boses kanina. Yung anak niya ibinigay sa iba dahil na patunayan na ang may kasalanan kung hindi yung asawa niya is yung isa sa pamilya ng asawa niya yung tatay. So yun ang narinig ko sa ano niya kanina. Medyo mahina kasi. Pero nung huli okay naman na pero hindi ko lang sure kung nasaan na yung mga bata ngayon. Medyo mahina talaga yung ano. So that's all. Thank you.
I relate on some things with Kenny. I relate on certain things like the trust issue. I have that problem. That not because of women. I have trust issues everywhere. depending on where it is. Because I've been hurt so many times growing up. Because of going back and forth to the hospital, I get picked on. Then people want pretend to be my friends in school. Then they turned around and they lied to me. So I got that in the back of my mind, and that's why I got trust issues today. But I trust you guys. I know that. 'Cause I know you guys for like a year and a half now. But I'm still gonna have that a little bit inside of me, that trust issue, and like where I go. That's it. Case closed.
Mm, okay. Dimple, Elvis, Mira, who's next? Guys, sorry. Hindi kasi ako marunong mag-host talaga. Ngayon lang ako nag-host on the spot pa. Brenny, ano?
Wait lang, naglalag pa ako eh. How to
Pero
move
guys,
on.
you know how.
Sa lahat ba to? Sa lahat
Oo,
ng
oo, sa lahat. Kung anong
sa
klaseng move on. Sa work,
relationship,
sa
sa...
relationship, everything. Kung anong gusto mong i-move on.
Parang ako, ang bilis ko lang mag-move on eh.
Ay, sana all. Mabilis.
Oo, ang bilis ko lang mag-move on. Kung yung bagay na yun, wala na talaga, i-move on mo na kasi yun yung ikakasaya mo eh. Hindi ka sasaya kung mananatili ka doon sa isang bagay na nagpapabigat sa damdamin mo. Ganun lang.
Just face the reality.
Oo.
Yeah, just face the reality that everything is gone. Everything is just a memory already. Then, tomorrow, just a smile. Have a smile on the face. Then, just let them know that you're move on, right? don't don't let them see that you're on mourning or whatsoever.
That you're
Just
still in
let
that
them,
memory.
yes, just let them see you're smiling over. Just it's like as easy as, but deep inside it's killing you, right? Wala akong masabi.
I don't know. I really so fast when it comes to move on.
Yeah, right. You're right also in there, Mira, that there's always things that it's easy to give up, it's easy to move on, but there's also some things, some memories that it's hard to give up or it's hard to move on. There's always a part. Wait, if someone is coming on the gate, it will be noisy. So I will mute a little while.
Okay, I think yes, Kuya, go ahead. Okay, so what Bernie said a while ago is really, really short, no, but straight to the point. She said moving on for her is just as easy as pie. As easy as pie, OMG. I could say just sana all. Everybody can do the same thing as what Brenny did. Like moving on forward very fast. But I don't know with others. It's like what Mera said a while ago in the comment section. She said there were some wait, my son, wait. My son, wait. Okay, so that was the TV. So I need to get inside of the room. Okay. So there were so many unnecessary noise that we really had to avoid. Okay, so for Mera, it's easy for some things to move on, but there were some things that they're really difficult and hard to do and how to start moving on. Okay, so for love life, yeah, I can move on, but one thing I can't move on. Which one that you can't move on? about what happened to you and your baby, is it? Am I right there? Okay, so that's why a while ago I really said that I think this topic will be a great topic for this morning or for today, because not everybody will just say that they have moved on already, but there were some like Mera, and of course me personally, myself and I haven't moved on from so many things. There were so many things that still bothers me. But let's give it to others who want to share their thoughts and um, about this topic. Dimple, would you like to share something? For Marilyn in the comment section, for me in a relationship, I will try my best to keep that person, but there is limitations for everything. Yeah. Okay, so that's for Marilyn's answer. So it's almost the same as Chelsea. Like you have to be far away. You don't have to see that person just because it will help you to move on. Okay. So sometimes I feel useless. Ah, that's from Mera. Why did you say that you felt useless? Yeah, don't say that one. It's okay. We understand. Hello, Shaibi. Good evening, Shaibi. We are having our topic here that we are listening entitled as the how to move on. So if you wanted to share with us about your life or your experiences regarding this topic, any types on how to move on, you can just type your comment down there.
Sorry guys, because the KL ko came. Hi, Shaibi. So, who's talking na?
Okay, Dimple, since you said you're logging, you can just type your comment here and just let us know whatever it is that you wanted to share with us about how to move on and what did you do and what are you going to do if you're really into moving on.
I wanted to just go back to what Mila had mentioned um, with her situation, and those feelings are going to always be there because of the because it was something that is out of our
Okay. So about Kuya Dan, I will just repeat what he said, like short and brief, because we cannot hear him doing that one when he posted it on YouTube. So about moving on, yeah, it's really hard for others. Like what Kuya Dan experienced, like his uncle passed away. That's what was 37 years ago, but there were some songs already that made him reminisce about what happened. So that's it. So still thinking about it, but life is too short. Just be happy and try to move on. Yeah, there were some things like you cannot really forget when somebody passed away, especially the most special person to you, one of your loved ones. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm skipping about this one, but it's all it's coming back. I want it's really hard to lose someone. I don't want to cry because I lost one and I'm blaming myself.
Go ahead, baby. It's okay. We all have differences, especially in times of
Yeah, because I'm blaming myself when I lost him or her. I don't know her gender, but I need to decide who will be. It's the baby or myself. You know, it's so hard. It's so hard if you lose someone, and it's not easy to forget them. I don't want to share this one really, but it's it's coming back. But
Yeah, it's still up to you if you wanted to share or not. It's okay. If you feel like sharing it, yeah, it's okay. But if not, really, you don't have to.
yeah,
It's
that's why
okay.
that's but it's okay. That was how many years ago, but still, it's it's hard to move on from them, but they know. Just we will let them know how they stayed in our heart, we stayed in the memories that we have them. Like that, you know, actually moving on is not easy, but uh it's like it's up to the person how she or he can face those things. And uh my mind went blank. Okay, guys, someone take place first.
That's how I feel sometimes with my mind. I go blank sometimes when someone's talking to me. They'll be talking to me, I say, what?
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Well, it depends what's the situation. There are some things you can move on. There are some things that takes time, and as Nick then and Aya said, there are things you can move on, especially when you lost someone. I I lost my grandma, my grandpa, both of them but I still can move on when it comes to their loss. I still missing them because I spent a lot of time with them as a kid. And whenever I remember them, I'm feeling sad. And I wish I can bring back to life, but it's impossible. So that's it. You're welcome.
Darling, want to translate for those that might not relate
You're
to.
Nick.
Okay, it's just like the same thing as when somebody passed away. So that's from Elvis because I wait, I need to speak Tagalog. Sorry about it. So sa mga hindi nakakaintindi masyado ng English, especially with the accent and the slang, with some words na ginamit ni Elvis. So para sa kanya, meron mga ibang bagay na madaling mag-move on ka lang o hindi madali. Kagaya ng sinabi ni Mera kanina, na hindi lahat ng bagay puwede kang mag-move on kaagad-agad. So, iba-iba tayo kung paano tayo mag-move on. Kagaya nung nangyari rin sa kanya, nung mawala yung lolo't lola niya kasi dun siya tumira ng matagal na panahon, nakasama niya ng matagal na panahon. Kaya para sa kanya, medyo mahirap pa rin yung pagkawala nila. So, yun lang. Thank you.
Yeah. No, no kasi Mira, hindi kasi yung pagkukulang it's a between of parang choices. It's a between choices between my one son and the one I'm carrying. I need to choose between them. That's why until now I'm blaming myself. Pero okay lang 'yun. Just smile. Ika nga, sabi ko nga 'di ba? Just smile. Pero okay lang 'yun kasi sabi nga nila if there's a door closed for you then there's always be the one to be open. And now I'm happy. I'm happy with my life now and uh, I'm just regretting that hindi ko siya nakasama or hindi namin siya kasama ngayon pero whatever he is or she is the baby will always be our guardian. Siya yung angel namin eh. Kaya alam ko, kaya siguro lahat ng pagsubok nakakaya namin kasi siya yung angel na nandyan lagi sa amin. So, who would be the next?
Yes, Mera, this is really, a sad kind of topic, but it will help us, especially those who were really not yet or they haven't moved on yet. So this is somehow connected to Wella's topic, but anyway, we just had this topic because I know that most of us were having some issues in our own or maybe personal life that we can't share, that maybe if there's somebody who wanted to share then they can share just like what we're doing right now. So we're still sharing with each other about what we have on our mind and heart. So this will help really a lot, especially for us. Okay, for the others who wanted to share, everybody there who's watching us and listening, please come, especially to those who are invisible people at the moment. You can share it with us. Just type in the comment section. Thank you.
And I just saw Dimple's comment. That's
Yeah, from Dimple's comment. So I'm hurting the most when my father passed away. Some people pinpoint us that said to us that you're poor. So somebody's blaming them for what happened to her father. I mean, because of because of their status. the status that people said because they were poor. So that's it. So Nick, I'm happy for what I went through when I was younger until now because I've learned. Yeah, that's good, Nick, that you've learned from that experiences of yours. It's helping me. It's coming out little by little. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's all. Would you like to share something or would you like to add something? Anyone?
Who, me? Who, me?
Okay. I like this segment we are listening. It will helps me a lot to let go all of my pain inside. Yes, yes, Bebe. We understand where you're coming from, and yes, just like what I said a while ago, and everybody said, like, not everyone will appreciate this kind of event here in Miko or in this kind of social media or visual app, whatever, because not everyone were really into sharing their own story, especially the personal one or the confidential, maybe the secret ones. But we really thank you and appreciate each and everyone for being with us for a few months that Kuya Dan and Sis Kai started with this kind of segment. Yeah, that's all really. Dimple said, but God has blessed our family. My four brother, they're all soldier now. We can help each other. Oh, that's good that you have soldier brothers already. You have four soldiers, mga sundalo, okay? So I'm happy I shared. Yeah, that's good, Nick, that you were sharing and you're happy when you're sharing. Thank you to all of
Yes,
you who's listening to our
because
pains.
people will
Yes.
will understand me more when I come out when I start talking.
I think
Yeah,
Chelsea want to
guys,
say something.
while we are feeling all this pain, we are learning also.
Oh, okay. I think everybody shared already. So I think I will share mine. Are you done already, Bebe Aya? Would you like to add something before ano? Yeah. Thank you to all listening to our pains. Yeah, you don't
No,
have
actually,
to
I'm
think.
done. And thank you,
Uh,
guys.
okay.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you, guys, for coming here.
Okay. So
There's
yes,
there's
from Dimple.
there's one more
Yes.
tiny thing I wanted to
Mm.
say. Like I said, since I was born until today, what I went through, and I like that's that song I like from Elton John. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that song. It reminds me of today. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to put that out there. I was singing it in my head in the start earlier. And I have great friends on here and people that I could talk to. And we have fun with events.
Yes, Nick.
We get we
O-
have we have fun with a lot of events coming up.
Okay.
All done. Sorry.
Okay, okay. So, Dimple said, yeah, mommy darling, the pain and struggle is there, but if you're helping each other, you can conquer it. Yeah, that's true.